Greetings, everybody. So, on this video, we're going to explain how to publish our own Matlab code. Now, let's say you have written your own Matlab script, pretty much like I have right here. You can run it, you can obtain the results, and let's say that you have debugged everything and everything works properly, so your code is ready. Okay, you can share it with colleagues, you can print it or upload it in some website. But apart from all that, sharing the code directly, Matlab has some other very nice options for you to publish your code in some other format that you like. Okay, for example, it has HTML, PDF, Latex, or whatever. And the way to do this is extremely simple. It doesn't require any further formatting from you. The only thing that will help you is to apply some very basic formatting with your comments inside your code so that the printing result, the publishing result, will be in a much better, it will be much better structured. So I have some example code right here. Let me run it just for fun. The code itself doesn't matter. It's a code about Matlab filtering. So the idea is that we have some sort of constant that we need to measure, but we have noise in our measurements, and we want to improve that measuring by applying a Kalman filter to, reduce the effect of the noise. So this doesn't matter. Let me discuss the code right here. I have performed some very basic formatting in my code that will greatly help in later publishing this material. Okay. So first of all, I have structured my whole code in sections. And remember, you can do that by using this double percentage sign. This immediately tells Matlab that until the next double percentage sign, this is a separate section. Okay. This is very useful when writing code because you can actually write code step by step and test its code separately, each part of the code. So this is very useful when writing your own code. And you can actually see that each section of this script file has its own, blue bars right here, which indicates which section I'm looking at the moment. So apart from helping you write useful code, it also helps with publishing the code, right? So immediately MATLAB understands that this right here is a separate section, this right here is a separate section, this right here is a separate section, right? So it interprets it appropriately, right? Great. Other than that, you only need to have some very beautiful comment structuring. So for example, here, when publishing the material, if I want a clean line or a new line, I will simply put a percentage sign with a blank line right here and right here and right here. And MATLAB will interpret appropriately the comments. So for example, right here, these comments that don't have any code in between are interpreted as text, while these comments right here that are in between code, so we have some commands, then a comment, then some command, then another comment. So this is interpreted as comments regarding the code itself. So it will be structured differently. So you can take this code right here, I will put it in the description of the video, and you can use this formatting in your own codes. So let's publish it. We go to publish and hit publish right here with some publishing options. Now, by default, Matlab will print your code in HTML. Okay, so let's try that, which is the default option. So if I hit publish right here, Matlab will create in a separate folder an HTML document for the whole code. So for example, here in this HTML folder, this is an HTML file implementing the Matlab code. So if I put the code and the HTML side by side, you will see that Matlab has interpreted each part of the comments as separate section. So for example, this is interpreted as a section, this is another section, this is another section, this is another section, and so on. So these are interpreted in different sections inside this HTML document, right? Of course, everything is clickable. So for example, the links in YouTube and ResearchGate right here are clickable. The contents that are automatically created are also clickable, and each part of the code is put in a separate section. So see right here, these comments are interpreted as text, while these comments that are in between the code are interpreted as comments on the code. So this part right here is put in the HTML document in a separate boxed environment that has to do is interpreted as a Matlab command code. So this is why it is formatted in a different font, right? So this looks amazing. This is another part of the code. Again, it is interpreted as a separate section. This is put inside a new box with Matlab code formatting. Another section as well. Everything is appropriately colored. We have the plot of the figure also printed in the HTML. And then we have some references. And again, the link at the end is also clickable. So you see, without knowledge of HTML, Matlab has created an amazingly structured document for my own code. So I can share it in a personal website, for example, in a website like eClass or whatever you are using, right? So this is one of the options that Matlab has. This is not the only one. Another very valuable option is PDF. So I can change the HTML option to PDF and I can publish my material. And again, Matlab will use the same formatting of my code to structure a new PDF from scratch. So let's wait a couple of seconds. It doesn't really take that long, just a couple of seconds. And this is the resulting document. Okay, so Matlab has interpreted my code and created the table of contents, the title of the document, some description in the beginning, and then each different section is printed in a different section of the PDF. Again, some part of the code are interpreted as Matlab code. So you see different font right here and different coloring. Again, with this code, the for loop is, colored as blue. Again, in the plotting command, the legends, the strings, etc., are appropriately coded. We have the figure of the plot included. We have the references at the end. So you see, it also includes the publishing information. So all of that happens, automatically with Matlab. And this is an amazing feature because you can print your code and have this accompanying document that you can share with your students, with your colleagues or whatever. This is very, very, very helpful in understanding the code better. Okay, it has a much higher, I would say, educational value. Okay, so this is the second option, and I'm gonna show you a third option, which is LaTeX. Now, as you all know, we use LaTeX a lot when writing our own documents or our own papers or presentations or whatever. So Matlab also has the option to create a LaTeX document for this code. So let's publish under LaTeX. So again, it runs the code internally and it creates this LaTeX document that I can actually build myself and obtain the PDF. So this is saved automatically in this folder, HTML. Kalman fit the example as a text file. Let's open it up. And I can run it. Oops, my apologies. I have opened the PDF previously. So let's close the PDF, run the file. So this is the final LaTeX document, right? The formatting, as you see, is slightly different from the PDF publishing option because, as you know, LaTeX has different publishing formatting for its own text files. And again, it has the table of contents. It has some information at the beginning. You can see that the parts of the code in my script file are interpreted differently by LaTeX. So these are printed as a verbatim font. So you can immediately differentiate between the rest of the text that this part is a code, this part is a code, this part is a code, this part is a code. Again, it also includes the figure that I previously had and also the references. So as you can see, it is greatly formatted document. As you all know, LaTeX is a bit difficult to write scientific material and code, but Matlab has automatically made a great effort and produced a great document. So these are some of the publishing options in Matlab. You can use them. I think they have great educational value. Whatever you do, you just need to structure your code a bit properly. So as I said, I'm going to include this code in the description of the video. You can use some very basic text formatting options in your comments, and you will see that the resulting document will look amazing. Okay, so any questions that you have, simply write them down in the comments. take the code, try it out for yourself, apply it in your own codes as well. And I don't believe you will have any problem with publishing your own material. So thank you very much.